Now as for this one, it's all about hybrid picking. We're going to keep it simple. Pick and one finger. Well, I just flipped you off. One finger. Okay, so we're going to pick and pluck. One finger, and then we're going to try to develop this hybrid picking thing. It's super, super fun once you get it. Alright, so a lot of times when I post, you know, soloing videos or whatever, people will see that I like to hybrid pick. And what hybrid pick means is plectrum digits together. And what's cool about that is, you know, a lot of us when we first started may spend a lot of time with technique and picking, which is fantastic. I'm not discouraging that by any means. What I do like to do is make things easier. And I've found that hybrid picking helps me out. So right now we're just going to work with a pick and one finger. And we're going to do a repeating pattern. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the 8th, 7th, and 5th frets of the E, B, and G strings. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pull off 3, go up to the next string, the 8th fret, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to pluck that string instead of picking it. So we got pluck, pick, pluck. Okay, so I went 8, 7, 5, 8 on the B, and then I pluck the 7th fret, pull off to the 5th fret, go back to 8 on the B, and then I pluck the 5th on the E. So we got. And then I do the exact same thing on the next one. So you got. Now it's just, you know, it's not exactly like a musical passage, but what it's going to do is give you an exercise to practice getting used to picking and plucking. And then I'm going to do the same thing on the next one. And then I'll break the pattern. So once I get it to the G string, I'll finally break the pattern. That one I'm going to go. So that's pulling 8, 7, 5. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the D string, 7th fret, pluck the 7th fret of the G back to the D, and then you can either pluck or pick this 5th fret and you hammer to the 6th, and then back to the root. So all together slowly. Right, and you can so once you get the hang of it, I use it all the time, right? For all sorts of. All sorts of different exercises, but that basic exercise I just showed you, well, you know, it's not, I say basic, but it's relatively simple because it has a reoccurring pattern. Once you get something like that underneath your fingers slowly and then work it up, you'll start to see, oh, this is actually, you know, you see players like Stevie Ray Vaughan, you know, Jimmy Page, Van Halen, all these guys sneaking in their finger instead of doing all up and down strokes. It's really an efficient way to play. And keep in mind, since your finger will deaden the string out, so once you pluck it, right, it's got a different attack too. It has a snap to it. So the notes really fly out of there. So you can either really add dynamics to it by doing that, or also work on trying to keep the pick and the finger at the same level so you can't really tell what's going on. So you can have both. You can have it to be plucking and have notes flying out, or you can have it just as a way to be efficient in your picking. So try that out.